It's called the Netflix effect, and it's changing the landscape of cinematography and everything that goes with it. Forbes even ran a story on it in 2019. Netflix has changed how consumers access film and TV. They're no longer tied to the TV and forced to sit through commercials. Partner the Netflix effect with one of the best filmmakers ever, and you have a recipe for success if they get the details right. Spielberg began his career in the new Hollywood era and is one of the most commercially successful directors in history. This is what you can expect from the deal signed with Netflix. This is Steven Spielberg signing a deal with Netflix and what you need to know. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. The Spielberg-Netflix deal. A few years ago, Spielberg was opposed to Netflix, saying people wanted the large cinema experience. But on Monday, July 5th, he signed a deal with Netflix through his production company Amblin to sell a number of films per year to the major streaming service. What's incredibly significant is that a member of the Hollywood old guard has decided that streaming movies is the way to go. This could change the Hollywood landscape in a massive way, and more actors and producers and directors should now start working with Netflix. Not that they ever really needed them. Spielberg said that he and Amblin are excited to work with Netflix and will continue to work with longtime partners like Universal Pictures. Spielberg said in a statement that storytelling will forever be at the center of everything we do, and that when he started discussing a partnership with Ted Sarandos, Netflix co-CEO and chief content officer, it was abundantly clear that we had an amazing opportunity to tell new stories together and reach audiences in new ways via CNN Business. Spielberg told the New York Times in 2019, "I want people to find their entertainment in any form or fashion that suits them. Big screen, small screen, what really matters to me is a great story, and everyone should have access to great stories." We couldn't agree more. Financial details were not disclosed, and Netflix and Amblin did not say how long the multi-year deal would last, nor if Spielberg would direct any films that would land on Netflix. The thinking is he would direct at least some of them, since directing is in his blood, so to speak. Recent Amblin projects included the 2018 Best Picture winner Green Book and 2019 World War I drama 1917, both distributed by Universal. Sarandos said in a statement, "Steven is a creative visionary and leader, and like so many others around the world, my growing up was shaped by his memorable characters and stories that have been enduring, inspiring, and awakening. We cannot wait to get to work with the Amblin team, and we're honored and thrilled to be part of this chapter of Steven's cinematic history." Production deals are commonplace in the entertainment industry, but what makes Monday's announcement stand out is that it's another sign of the changing dynamics in Hollywood, the CNN Business article reads. Streaming services, especially Netflix, have grown to reach major positions and prominence in the industry. Meanwhile, traditional movie studios like Disney and the CNN parent company Warner Media have gone all in on streaming anyway. Netflix, which plans to release more than 70 movies this year, sends some of its films to theaters for limited runs. The company now operates the world's largest streaming service, with nearly 209 million subscribers internationally. A little more about Steven Spielberg. Steven Allen Spielberg was born on December 18, 1946, and as you know, he's a film director, producer, and screenwriter. He began his career in what is called the New Hollywood era, and is currently one of the most commercially successful directors in history. Spielberg is the recipient of various accolades, including 2 Academy Awards for Best Director, a Kennedy Center Honor, and a Cecil B. DeMille Award. Spielberg grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, but was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. He later moved to California and studied his craft in college. After directing television episodes and several minor films for Universal Studios, he became a household name for directing 1975 summer blockbuster Jaws. He then directed box office hits Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and the Indiana Jones series adventure films. After a brief pause, he directed back-to-back box office hits with the acclaimed science fiction action film Jurassic Park and the Holocaust drama Schindler's List, both in 1993. In 1998, he directed the World War II epic Saving Private Ryan, which was both a critical and commercial success. Spielberg continued in the 2000s with science fiction, including AI, Artificial Intelligence, Minority Report, and War of the Worlds. He's since directed several fantasy films as well, including The Adventures of Tintin and Ready Player One, and the historical drama War Horse. Then there was Lincoln in 2012 and The Post in 2017. In addition to filmmaking, he co-founded Amblin Entertainment and DreamWorks and has served as a producer for many television series and films. Spielberg is also known for his longtime collaboration with composer John Williams, with whom he has worked for all but 5 of his feature films. Several of Spielberg's works are among the highest-grossing films of all time and have received acclaim 11 of his films have been nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture, and 7 have been inducted into the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. The Netflix era. All eras come to an end, but this current one with Netflix is significant. Do you remember before Netflix, buyers went to the movies, rented VHS tapes or DVDs, and watched whatever was on live TV at the time? Now, these same people can stream content instantly to any device, anywhere, for a low monthly fee. Netflix has changed how consumers access film and television shows. They are no longer bound to the TV and forced to sit through commercials. Instead of paying for cable plans, a growing number of Americans and people around the world are cutting the cord or the satellite signal and only using streaming services, which are much cheaper. In 2018, the number of people who cut the cord in the USA increased by nearly 33% to 33 million people. At the same time, Netflix users are increasing fast. Traditional moviegoers and television watchers realized they prefer the flexibility of being able to watch what they want when they want to. It's about choice and freedom. One of the biggest factors for consumers deciding how to view content is the programming, which used to be forced down their throats. People do not want to pay for content they won't watch, and they do not want to watch reruns. According to Forbes, Netflix spent a staggering $13 billion on content in 2018, with around 85% of that going to original shows. It's thought that original content is what stands out for viewers, and that becomes market success for Netflix. They can watch most network shows in multiple places, but they can only get original content straight from Netflix. The content creation side of the company seems to be running at full capacity now, especially with Spielberg joining the party. As an example, the Netflix original movie Bird Box was watched by 45 million accounts during its first weekend on the streaming service. If we were to translate Bird Box to box office dollars, the movie would smash anything currently in theaters. That is how strong Netflix has become. Changing the film and TV industry. Netflix affects many industries, but the greatest impact is felt in film and TV, especially as shown with Amblin signing this deal. Netflix's content is put right in front of customers for easy marketing. Netflix recently even made a move into the independent film category, where traditional movies in theaters typically face an uphill battle being noticed. Now, even small films and documentaries can easily be seen on Netflix. An example would be My Octopus Teacher. In the past, the company used to be a boost to traditional shows and would draw users to existing shows that were still airing on TV. But since 2013, Netflix has been creating its own original content that puts it in direct competition with traditional television. Essentially, for every show Netflix creates, it's taking away viewers from a show on traditional network TV, and nobody in the television industry likes that or can change it. Film and TV companies now have to adjust their processes and content to keep up with Netflix, a process made so much more difficult with Spielberg and the old guard now joining with Netflix. Lastly, what is the Netflix effect? It's a move towards more convenient, personalized content, watchable anywhere, anytime, on any device. The success of Netflix relies on shows that people want, products that are easy to use and tailored to match their likings. The world of watching television has changed. What do you think about the partnership between Netflix and Spielberg? Feel free to leave a comment. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to come back for more. Until we see you again, stay safe.